The following stream contains mature content and subject matter. Viewer discretion is advised.
In the beginning, the Maker formed the angels of the dawn, whose purpose was to carry the will of the Maker with creation. It was our love of you that led to revolution in the heavens. In the end, our efforts failed. The race of Adam and Eve buckled from the weight of revelation and turned their backs on us. We were prepared to suffer pain and indignity at the hands of the heavenly host, but our fate was far crueler than we could imagine. Our punishment was to be forgotten, consigned to an empty void, barren of anything but us until the end of time. That was until cracks appeared in the boundary of hell. Our dukes, seeing their chance, sent us through the cracks with a simple command: free us and vengeance will be ours. We arrived on a world already on the edge of ruin, and we have seen mankind has suffered enough for our sins. Our hope is that there are others who can remember that they were once angels, and together we can make the world right again, whatever the cost.
And we're live. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Demon, The Road to Hell. I am, of course, the storyteller, Shanky McStabber.
And I am Mama McStabber, and I am playing Arazeth, the Scourge, who possessed Virginia Waugh.
Hello, I'm Maddox, and I am playing Carthador the Malefactor, who possessed Clark Miller. No offense to people with lisps.
I am Timberbred 411, and I'll be playing Agareth the Fiend, who possessed Thomas Ingram.
Hello, I'm House. I play Bazazel the Defiler, who possessed August North.
Hello, I am Ivy Raven. I play Trimdeziel the Defiler, who possessed Kathleen Stone.
And I'm Unconscious Celestial. I play Juluriel the Slayer, who possessed Michelle Mars Porter.
And when we were last with this choir of fallen angels, they'd done a bit of investigating on Enlightenment Enterprises and found out they got an interesting operation. But really, we're looking into all the suspicion around it. And by the end of the night, they had saved a woman from being kidnapped, though, once again, the individual who did the kidnapping has gotten away. But there was a lot of revelation going on, a lot of powers used in plain view of everyone else. Caused the crowd to have a little bit of a panic at times. But as we're opening up tonight, this is actually the same night before we move to the next day, because August, you had a prior arrangement you had to be at that night, didn't you?
Got to work somehow.
So you are at one of the small bars. You're there to perform and to sing tonight. Now, you're lucky. Your guitar string didn't break. Not this
Good.
time.
Not this time.
No. So we're going to open up. I guess you're on stage at this point.
Yeah. August gets up there, kind of strums a little bit. And he's trying to think of what to start with. Or I guess, and he goes through a few numbers and then goes with his closing, and he just kind of catches a mirror in the background and closes with one of his favorites. Goes something like, oh, I'm a lonely painter. I live in a box of paints, and I'm frightened by the devil. And I'm drawn to those ones who ain't afraid. Remember that time you told me love is touching souls? Surely you've touched mine, 'cause part of you pours out in me these lines from time to time. You're in my blood like holy wine. Tastes so bitter and so sweet. Oh, hi, good drink. Case of you, darling. I'd still be on my feet. Still be on my feet. Close, put his guitar away, and go to the guy who would be paying him.
And as you're approaching the guy who's paying him, you actually get him approached by a young Latino man. And he's just got this look. He's not said a word. He's just looking at you.
Hello? Can I help you?
I heard you popped into Enlightenment Enterprises recently.
Word gets around, I guess.
Have you made a decision yet? Where do you stand?
I'm assuming that's not a literal question, more theoretical, political,
Yes.
ideological.
Come now. We're not like them. We don't have to act like them. Where do you stand?
I'm assuming if I say yes, there's no getting out of it. There's not like a trial period or anything. I can't like dip my toe in the water.
Well, if you say yes, there's certain signs of loyalty you'll have to give us. Nothing too excessive. One syllable of your true name is a sign of faith. It's up to you. But if you say no, this is the last you'll see me. I will not approach you again.
If I say yes, can I meet whoever, wherever in the morning? It's been a day.
If you say yes, you will give me one syllable of your true name now, and we will be in contact.
All right.
Very good. And what is that syllable?
I'll give him the middle one.
Okay. And what you give him, it's not a syllable in terms of words. It's not even a syllable in terms of sound. It's a combination of sound and thought and feeling, a little piece of what you are. But it's only one of many. I will be in contact, but a sign of faith. I will also give you a contact. Namriel. While it is not my name, it is a name.
A person who's still around, or are you just giving me name?
It is one of us. The one who will most likely be your contact. We'll be in touch.
When?
Tomorrow.
All right.
And you see him as he turns away from you, and he walks back to the bathroom, not leaving the place, and heads into the bathroom. And about a minute after you feel him in the bathroom, please give me perception awareness.
Too bad I don't have any specialties because I rolled 3 10s, but 5 successes.
About a minute after he goes into the bathroom, you feel reality shift as some sort of lore is invoked in the bathroom. This definitely wasn't invoked in the doorway, though.
God, how much weird shit's going on in the bathroom these days.
And as you approach the bartender, who was that guy? He looked kind of creepy. He'd been sitting here the whole night. He had he did his minimum, 2-drink minimum, but then he just sat there.
He was just a fan, I guess, just paying way too many compliments, like it was really creepy. So if you see him again, maybe not a good idea to let him in. Like, I think he's just strange.
Yeah, he was giving just serial killer vibes to me the whole time. But here, and he reaches down under the bar and pulls out an envelope. Here you go for tonight.
To himself, August just thinks, wouldn't be the first time I was killed after a gig.
That might be true. And he hands you the envelope. Same time next week.
Yeah, that'd be great. Thank you. Appreciate the opportunity, the gig.
Not a problem. Have a good one. And he turns back, and as he runs down to the bar to start serving people.
August, not counting, just kind of flips, like out of habit, just kind of flips through it, more like a nervous tick than actually like checking to see if it's all there. Puts it in like a coat pocket and makes his way home.
Okay. Do you contact your choir at any point?
Once I get somewhere where I feel safer, I will. I don't, like I said, who the hell knows watching me? Yeah, despite leaving the portal, there might be someone else with him, that kind of a bait and switch there. So once I feel like I'm less surrounded by less eyes.
That's actually rather smart of you. So you wait till you get home.
Yeah.
Because that's the safest place.
Right.
And as you arrive home, you come in the door and you see a note stuck to the fridge from your wife saying that she's stuck in the office tonight. Got a case she's working.
Yep. Figures. I'll take it, go inside. Once I get there, I'll ping everyone. I'll demon beeper everyone. Hello, can you hear me? This thing.
Yep. What's up?
On? I may have done something dumb. I was approached again by not Karen. Might have been Karen, but different body. Asking if I was going to join them. And I agreed because I thought that would be valuable to have me potentially on the inside there.
I can see it. Be careful, though.
In In all honesty, though, just so everything's cards are on the table, I did give them a syllable of my name. Not the first one, but I did.
There's a very quiet but noticeable choking sound from Carsador.
That can be changed if need be.
Okay. I thought, as dangerous as it is, it's an opportunity we didn't want to pass up.
If they gave you a celestial name to contact, do not say it out loud. You can spell it out.
Yeah, I would.
Okay. I'd like to roll lore on that.
Okay.
Out of character. Nomniel? Is that how you said
I'll
it?
even give you the spelling on it. The spelling is, it's Namriel, Namriel.
The angel of constant snacking.
Let me make a note. Note made. Kill Timberbrad.
That is 6.
6. As you dive through the memories of what you once were, and in some ways still are, you can only remember that they were a defiler, a very minor member of the house. You're not aware that they distinguished themselves at all during the war.
Defiler. As far as I'm aware, they didn't distinguish themselves in the war at all. Seems like they're real good at staying under the radar. Thanks for that.
They're gonna reach out to me tomorrow. I hope this wasn't a terrible idea.
I wonder if they'll try and jump you in, like have you do something that would just be so horrible to your previous beliefs in theory to see if you're how committed you are.
All right. Like I said, be careful.
I mean, if you are, this will sound probably like a bad thing or obvious, but if you think that if they're asking you to do something and you absolutely positively cannot do it, force yourself to do it, just run. I mean, you can always call for support. I'm sure some of us could be there. So, I mean, not there at the moment.
Right. No, I appreciate that. Yeah, it's just a weird position to be in is all. But I think in the end, it's what needs to happen. But no, I won't put myself in any unnecessary danger or trouble. But thought you all should know.
Well, it's easy. It's either a very smart decision or a very dumb one. We shall see.
Yeah, those are the options, certainly. Do you all know what you're doing tomorrow?
I'm going back to Enlightenment Enterprises. Trimdeziel, do you wish to join me? I want to investigate that cook.
Sure, I can join you.
We can go there under the pretense of talking to them about volunteering.
Yeah, I'll need to probably get some sedatives for Joan just so she's not an issue while we're away.
You don't have a problem with that. How is she doing?
She's still a mess. She'll probably be for a while. So it is fresh, and since she kind of took the brunt of it, as it were,
yeah,
she's dealing with a lot of different.
I find that asshole.
Oh, yes, no. If
Makes me wonder if he's the same one we saw underground.
possible,
Because if so, I owe that bitch.
the kids who summoned somebody months ago back, or were trying to, or whatever. I wonder if that was another one of their connections, since it was about the same age as them. The body we saw.
Yeah.
The license plate on the van used to snatch her was issued as a rental from the city, Parks and Rec. I think I'm going to go and investigate the Parks and Recreation division, if anyone
Yeah,
would like to come along.
I know somebody who works in the Parks and Rec, and I know they were kind of on the fence of staying on the up and up, or sliding into despair. So
Is there
unfortunately,
any way that I could speak with them?
yeah, Kathleen will like spell out or she'll give him or she'll give Karstor the name of the person's name that's not when they are a demon, because I don't want to say that name, because I don't think I have a human name for him. I'm trying
Oh,
to
you
check my
do.
stuff real fast.
I'm
I
finding
do,
it now
yes.
for you.
Yeah,
It's Garrett Lumen.
yeah. His name is Garrett Lumen. So he is of the 6th house. So
I'll see what I can talk to him about. Thank you.
mm-hmm.
Did you guys ever get that information on the owner of that building?
Oh. Who was looking into its purchase?
I had inquired about it, but it's if you know it, that would be great.
I can search for it in the public records if nothing else.
Oh, it's in Zoom chat.
It is. Wow.
What is this Zoom chat?
Nothing. Clark's body just had a bit of an aneurysm. I fixed it.
That's the sound. That's when Arizeth is using her wings to fly over the vehicles and you start talking. That's a Zoom chat.
Whoosh!
And you get mad at us for puns.
All right, well. And I know we want to track down the other guy that we think was a plant.
Running theory, anyway.
Do we want to do that after we do these initial things?
Whatever you want me to do tomorrow, I'd rather I go with someone. So if I need to break away, I can. And I'm not leaving a threat unchecked. So if there's anyone who wants me to go with them, I'm more than happy. But there's a good chance I will be breaking away from you.
If you would like to come with me, you are definitely more of a people person than I am.
Just takes
in
practice.
case.
But sure, yeah, I'll go with you, Thomas.
Michelle, will you go with Clark?
I can, yeah.
Okay.
Where was Clark going again? I'm just making notes here.
Parks and Recs.
Parks and Rec.
I just want to make sure I have everybody noted. Okay.
Also, storyteller, I'm gonna have Phil, my thrall, posted up around the area where the hospital is reporting, like only certain types of birth and people going missing. Just on the
all
pulse,
over the
if
news
he
tonight.
gets-
there's nothing about hospitals or anything, because all over the news tonight is a disturbance.
Yeah, I told him to ignore that part.
Where people are given conflicting reports about an angel or somebody just running really fast. At some point, somebody thought there was even a cosplayer running around jumping car to car. The mind has explained it in odd ways. The city claims that what happened in the street, there was a gas main that burst under it and blew up a chunk of rock in the street.
Any reports on how they managed to dispose of that rock wall?
Nope.
Oh, I'm pretty sure that stretch of road is closed for right now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because the ground is burning people.
It's also Chicago, so that hole will be
That
there
tracks.
for like a year or two.
Yeah.
I see you have the same road company as us.
Carsador. A voice echoes in your head. Carsador.
I cut off from the collect call so that it's just me and this new person, because I don't need everyone to get exposed here. To whom am I speaking?
Pomorodol. You don't remember me, do you?
I'd like to roll legacy
Go ahead.
storyteller.
Go ahead.
Intelligence legacy.
Yep.
So let's see what it gets me. Not good. 1 success.
Nope. Name doesn't ring a bell at all.
What do you wish of me?
You interfered in something today.
Oh,
I
that's
didn't realize
who you
it was
are.
you at first. It took me a bit to catch your scent and to realize who it was and to remember you.
You're a disgrace to your house.
What? I'm doing what needs to be done.
No, you're not. You're destroying everything. It's
No.
pointless.
No, we're not. I'm not one of those raveners.
Could have fooled me.
What? I didn't kill anybody. I could have. I didn't.
Right, because accosting a homeless woman is definitely the way to be doing good for this world.
She would have had a better life had you not interfered. She would have been well taken care of, no longer on the streets. Would have had a roof and a bed, 3 meals a day, people who looked after her and cared for her.
To think that anyone who I share any relation with could be so idiotic.
I'm not the one who got sniffed out that quick. You really don't remember me, do you?
Clearly, you didn't leave an impression.
It's funny. You say that, yet we fought together enough during the war, worked together making enough items, that I remembered you from just that little incident.
It seems we are pitted against each other in this endeavor.
We don't have to be. We can be allies. I know you're not one of us. I know you're a cryptic. It's fine by me. Maybe you can study what we're doing.
What lane do you fall into, then?
I'm Faustian. Working with the rest of them. Not those delusional ones running the mission. The ones who really understand how to work things, how to do it. We don't have to be enemies. Our house should be sticking together.
Maybe our house should be making better decisions.
Yeah. You say that. I was hoping I could talk sense into you.
I've been known to be stubborn.
Yeah. Stay out of the business that we're doing then. Keep to your cryptic side and study whatever you want to study. Go back and make some new daggers.
The first ones did surprisingly well.
Stay out of
Maybe I'll
this.
have a new target.
Just stay out of this. We've already got things well in hand.
Clearly. And I'll cut the connection.
And you cut the connection. Now everyone felt Carsador leave the conversation mid-conversation.
And I'd actually like to hop back in if at all possible.
Well, you can. Go ahead.
I was just approached mentally by the one who we stopped.
Oh, the asshole that flipped me off.
I spell out his name very quickly.
Excellent. That's 2 names. Yes.
He seems to be advocating for Faustian belief, although not the type that we have been interacting with thus far.
Oh, no, he's on the ones who want to basically reap the faith out of people and make them subjugated.
Did my best not to let him derail any thought process I had.
Excellent.
If I am not the one to find him, please reduce him to rubble.
With pleasure.
Whoever finds him. He may not say he's a Ravener, but he's still destroying everything.
Yeah, they're basically, that whole sub-faction is like 1 step away.
He also kept attacking me for being cryptic, which I find interesting. Usually people only attack what they see as weakness in themselves.
Exactly.
So maybe he's not as confident in his faction as he hopes.
Mm-hmm.
Michelle, I'll see you at the Parks and Rec Center.
Alrighty.
Well, I'm going to stay low tonight at home because,
Please.
you know, the news is basically talking about me. So
The descriptions of you in the news varies from frighteningly accurate to horribly wrong.
yeah.
You even heard one description, they claimed you had blonde hair.
Well,
Right,
when
'cause
she
that's
goes
the feature that's the most
apocalyptic, her hair
confusing.
actually is a little different, but it's not blonde.
Right.
Y'all with your noticeable apocalyptic forms and shit. I'm just a bunch of lines on a face.
So you all settle in for the night.
Yeah.
And with the rising of the dawn, of course, refill your faith pool because it's a new day. August, your wife came home rather late, working on a case that's come up. But everyone is going different places. August, there's a knock on your door at 8 a.m.
I will, I'll say, before I get there, I'll whisper Agareth. There's someone at my door. There's someone at my door I wasn't expecting. I may not be joining you. I'll keep you posted as I can.
If you need me, just give me a location.
I'll tell him where my building is.
Okay.
And I'll go to the door.
When you open the door, young woman's there. You'd put her 18 or 19. Looks like a college student by the backpack she has. In front of her, it's not behind her. And she looks you over. You're August, right?
Yeah. Where are you?
I got something for you. She reaches into her bag and pulls out a phone. Now, this is 1999. I mean, it's a phone. It's a brick and all.
Nokia.
Yeah. She hands it to you.
Snake?
Keep this on you. You'll be called later today.
All right.
And then she turns and you see her head down the street. Not another word as you're standing there left with this phone.
I'll go outside knowing that I'm assuming Thomas is headed this direction. I'll be waiting outside, and because it's a Nokia, it will never die. I'll just play Snake on it until he gets there.
Okay. So let's come back to you and Thomas. Let's open up with Clark and Mars first.
Did you just pick me up in your vehicle as per usual?
Your choice. I have a motorcycle or a van, so
Whichever you feel Mars would show up in.
probably the van.
Okay.
So the two of you are heading over to the Parks and Rec division. Now, you've been given a name. Kathleen, did you try to contact him to find out where he is that day?
I probably let him know that a Clark Miller and a Michelle Porter were going to be wanting to speak with him. So,
And he tells you a park that he's at that day, where they're doing the cleanup at the park, and gives you an address. It's not the one you met him in last time, of course.
okay. Kathleen, of course, would have relayed that then to Parstor and Drulerio.
So as you
What was
all,
his name one more time? Sorry.
the name is Garrett Lumen.
Thank you.
And you all head over to the park. And it's just one of the many Chicago parks. Today they're out there cutting the grass. I mean, it's wintertime, but they're putting on a show. Really what they're doing is picking up the sticks and making it look like the money's being well spent. City funds. And there's several people walking around. The mowers aren't being used. You see them piled up or sitting there, riding mowers sitting there and push mowers. None of them being used. None of them. People just walking around, picking up trash, cleaning up the place.
Michelle, are there
Yes.
any dead about?
I can check. Is there something you want to ask?
Not yet, but it's good to know if a resource is near.
I mean, there's probably always dead around. I won't bother connecting with them until we need something, but
Very well. And I'll start looking for Mr. Lumen.
And you see him, he's over, got a bag in his hand, and he's got a little, I don't know what to call it, the spear, trash picker up spear. I don't know what it's called. As he's cleaning up one corner of the room, or the park. And as you approach him, he looks up, looks at the two of you. Friends of Kathleen, I assume.
You are correct. Dr. Stone referred us.
Michelle just nods.
And I'll hold up my press badge even.
Press. No,
Just a few questions for you.
got to be off the record. They don't let us talk to the press.
And I hide my badge then.
Well, walk with me. You can talk while I'm cleaning. This park needs to be cleaned up a bit.
Do you have an extra?
There's some on the truck if you want to grab one. Just a bunch of bags right on just go over to the back of the truck. You see a bag. You see all the tools.
Alrighty, I'll be right back.
Bring one for me too.
As you two come back, you start walking. Where do you know Kathleen from?
We run in similar circles.
Her and I go way back. Way, way, way back.
Understandable. As part of Parks and Rec, the city can rent out vans for necessary work, correct?
Well, yeah, we've got our own fleet of trucks that we use, but every once in a while, either they're all in maintenance or something comes up that we don't have the vehicles for. So we've got a contract with several of the rental companies to get rentals for those days.
Is there a record of who rents these vehicles?
Well, it's through the contract. I'm sure there's got to be a record somewhere. whoever, one of the managers always sets that up. They make decisions. They don't let us make decisions about spending money.
Just stay silent for a second as I spear like a cup on the ground.
And you notice he keeps cutting eyes at Mars. Mars, you definitely don't fit the clean the park looking crowd.
Probably not.
I don't think either of us really do.
Well, she's got a very distinct appearance. That was one of her flaws.
Yeah.
So how long you been here?
Several months.
Managed to figure out what's going on yet?
Broad strokes.
It's all broad strokes, isn't it?
Never any detail.
You have the same opinion about what to do as she is?
More or less.
I can't fault you for your choices on that one. There's worse choices you could make.
What's your choice then?
Trying to fix it all. Look, I remember what it was like. Remember the gardens and the trees, the flowers and the animals. Not what's been done to it here. I remember the real, wild, unrestrained growth, the beauty of it all. Hoping to bring that back. Sure. Humans around here, they're not very good at living in concert with nature, but they could be taught. We could make this an Eden again, paradise. Just need to work at it.
Does this sound like he's leaning more Faustian or reconciler storyteller?
That's not a Faustian idea.
Okay, just making sure. I can't say it's not a noble pursuit.
We have to each make our own decisions based on where we stand. I've always been about letting the wild come back the way it was.
I've always found myself a bit cryptic in those sorts of matters.
And you notice as you're walking, he seems to, even though he's picking up the trash, everywhere he goes and he picks up a piece of trash nearby, the plants seem to green up a little bit, look a little less blasted, a little less winter burned as he's working through the place. I wish that there's a better way to put it. I have no way to find out who took these vans or who gets a van, who gets a rental. It's all vans. We got so many damn trucks.
There's no general like list or even.
It'd be at the main office. One of them. You know, there's multiple Parks and Recs buildings. I mean, I could try to find out. I'd need time, license plates. Even that's a stretch because I don't even know if the records keep track of the license plates. But what you looking for that for? You want to get a van from us or something?
Have you seen the news?
Yeah, I saw the news. I figured somebody was up to something. I know the signs that one of our kinds are pulling shenanigans. It's not as bad as the news the other night where that apartment building got wrecked, but
There's a lot happening in one city for my liking.
we try to stay out of that.
Smarter than most.
Yeah, you know. How can we fix things if we're too busy fighting?
Are you the only one of us in the department?
I mean, there's a couple. my house. Not many. Not many in the whole city, I don't think.
Solely your house?
That I know of. Look, we have a way, we generally recognize each other. We all tend to have the same view on things. I mean, I also know 2 of them that work at the zoo. But you notice we have particular interests.
Plants and animals.
That's the way it always was. I don't know what house you are, but you'd understand if you were my house.
In some ways, I can sympathize. Third.
Earth. You know, we could use someone like you once in a while. Sometimes the earth is a bit poisoned. It's hard to grow the plants in it.
I have found it very difficult to speak with the land. Walking upon it is easy.
An artificer. You know, there's another one of yours in the city, too. Homeless guy running around. I saw him last week. He was telling me to bow before the Lord.
Yes, he's the emerald of our eye, isn't he?
He didn't tell me his name. He said I should know it.
I would say it, but it would garner his attention, and I do not have the energy for him this moment.
He seemed a little bit off kilter.
He was apparently even back before.
I tell you what I'll do for Kathleen. When I get back in the office tonight, I'll see what I can find out. Do you know a time frame? What kind of time frame you're looking at?
I give him the license plate number and then the time frame that the news story is reporting.
And he looks at you. Never mind.
Everything will be fine.
Look, I'm just going to get information if I can. I can't promise anything, but I'll see what I can find out.
Anything would be appreciated.
No, I'm sure I'll find something. It may not be useful, but I'll find something. And supervisor's looking at me. They're so picky about that, aren't they? Even if you're helping, they're so picky about, we're not supposed to talk while we work. Like I can't talk and work at the same time.
And it's as if they're ignoring the fact that we're also working with you.
Oh, of course they ignore that. You know, there's some days I've been so tempted just to, there's last week where he was looking at me a little bit too much. And for some reason, one of the roots managed to poke up at just the right time to trip him.
He should be focusing on where he's walking, not other people.
That's what I said. And you can see by the sparkle in his eye that he enjoys those little pranks with that. Now, let me let y'all get out of here before I get in trouble, because he's going to be coming over here any second now.
I'll hand him my half-full bag and the poker.
And he takes it and just drop it off of the truck. As you all head back. Now I want to flash over to, let's see who we got. Thomas and August investigate building. We're going to come to that last. Let's go to Kathleen in Virginia as y'all went over to the mission.
Mm-hmm.
When you arrive, as always, it's open. Shit's going on. It's busy. Not as busy as it was last time, but y'all there a bit earlier today.
Mm-hmm.
And as you come in, I've got to double check my notes here real quick. Rebecca is at the desk again. And when you come in, she smiles. Welcome back. Now, looking around the place, you don't recognize any of the people that you stalked to last time. So you don't see Chuck. You don't see Thomas. And, of course, you know where Joan is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. What can I help you with today?
Oh, good morning, Rebecca.
Nice to see you again.
Mm-hmm. Dr. Stone and I are honestly interested in volunteering our services.
That's good.
I can do
basically health checks for people. Kathleen, Dr. Stone here can do psychological counseling.
Yep.
Did you find anything out from Joan about what happened yesterday?
No, unfortunately not. She's extremely traumatized right now.
I hope
So
she
it's
does better.
yeah, unfortunately this is one of those situations where our gifts can't help really. It's going to be actually doing the psychological work. So
And it takes time.
I just can't believe that they did it in broad daylight. That was the first time something that obvious that I've heard of. I'm just thankful you all were there to jump in. So you're going to volunteer for clinic, and she points at Kathleen.
well, I can basically, if people need to talk to somebody or advice, I mean, sometimes just having a professional listen without any strings or judgment can help people because they can get things off their chest. So
Yeah, feel free to wander around a bit. I'll get a room cleared in the back for you all to use, but feel free to walk around and check things. Are you hungry?
So actually, I want to talk to the cook because so many people yesterday had such great things to say about him.
Well, if you're hungry, he's in there cooking right now. Go ahead and grab a tray, grab some food.
Okay. And we do.
And as two of y'all head into the kitchen area, and there's trays lined up and plates next to it. And it looks like they're doing a brunch right now. And there's a guy behind the counter, African-American man, overweight, like seriously overweight. But you can tell he's the chef as he's bringing food, and he's handing food to people. And he's got assistants, but it seems he's, though he's at a griddle doing cooking, he's constantly talking to everybody coming in. Everybody. You don't know how he's managing to cook and do that at the same time. Because his back is to the door, but he's constantly turning his head to talk to somebody that comes through. You're new.
We're new volunteers.
Give me perception awareness from both of you, please.
Can I utilize my good sense of character to reduce the difficulty?
Not for this one.
It's
That's
perception
why it's perception
rolls.
awareness. Yeah, but this is an awareness supernatural thing.
Well, it says assessing a person or a demon, so
Yeah, but not what I'm checking to see. Now, if you want to make a roll to see good to judge a character, you can make a separate roll for that with the reduced spin or difficulty. That's a totally separate roll that you can make. I will let you make that roll as soon as I pull your character sheet up.
That's 5.
5. If you want to do perception empathy to detect after you do your perception awareness, go ahead. 5. Okay, we'll hold on that one. Now you know what you got.
I got 4 on that one, and then I will roll the perception empathy. So that's.
And
do I get my insightful bonus for this one?
Sure. Your difficulty is 4.
Okay. Let's see, 7 successes.
Both of you realize as he's speaking to you, you can feel the power rating off him. He is a fallen for sure. Come on through, get a plate. Can I make you? Do you want an omelet?
I would love one. You come highly recommended. The folks out there just love you.
I like to talk. Why else get a job like this unless you can whip up some stuff and talk to people and get to know the people? What do you want in your omelet? We got ham, cheese. That's pretty much it for this morning.
A ham and cheese omelet is perfect.
That's fine. And you, miss, you want something?
Um, I'll do an omelet as well. It's fine.
Coming right up.
Thank you.
Just step out of line so you don't block people coming through while I fix this up. And as he's cooking, he still keeps turning back. So what brings you here? You don't look like the rest of the people that come here.
Well, I'm a nurse and she is a psychologist.
Yep. We're looking to volunteer and offer our services to the people in need here. So
It's good that you're willing to volunteer. We always need more people. We need help to try to make people better around here. And you hear one of the people comment, "It would be better if you didn't eat all the food, chef." And he laughs at the guy. Just get your damn plate and keep moving. You're getting enough to eat. That's all that matters. And don't mind him. He's always busting my chops when he comes through here. Nobody trusts a chef that don't pack a little around them if you don't like your food well enough to eat it all. What kind of chef are you?
It's a good sign to see people have their spirits high. So it definitely means they're getting the help they need. So
food will do that. Food will do that for sure. That's why I cook. That's why I do this. So what do you think of our little place?
Has a lot of potential.
I think it does too. Give it enough time. Maybe we'll help some more people get another one opened up, and then another one, and pretty soon we'll have them all across the city. It'll make a big difference on people's lives.
Unfortunately, I'm not sure time is on our side.
You always say that. You hear people saying that. I don't know if I believe all that stuff. Don't stress it. If that red star means anything, nothing you can do to change it. Just accept the way things are and go with it. Find what's important to you.
It's a very common coping mechanism, but it's a useful one. So I don't blame you for using it. So
well, I didn't say I do that. That's my advice to you.
Oh,
just let old chef worry about what needs to be worried about, and you just worry about yourself.
Oh, see, I don't know. I was personally not necessarily worried about it. So
can I get a whiff of this guy?
What are you wanting to just smell him?
Basically, to get a scent of who this might be.
He hasn't used any powers,
but I could sense the power from
you can feel it from him. But I'll let you roll wits awareness, but it's gonna or intelligence legacy, but it's gonna be tough.
Okay.
You're gonna
I'll burn
need
willpower.
Okay. One ain't going to give you much, but
I can only burn one, right?
Yep.
Okay.
But it gives you a chance and you can roll some more for it.
I got 3 10s, a 9, and an 8. And 1 success from the willpower.
You don't have anything now, but you're building.
Like a profile?
Yeah, you're building up. You're cataloging everything you feel
little
off
mannerisms
him.
and
the what you feel coming off him in waves. You're building it up to possibly identify later.
Okay.
Yeah. Hang on. Here you go. He comes over and puts his hand. Let me get your plates real quick. Takes your plates and puts an omelet on each one, and it's a damn good omelet as he puts it back. There you go. Now, feel free to, we got hash browns over there, some sausages down there. I'd have offered to put it in the omelet, but that's the sausages. You don't want to just cut up cooked sausage and put it in the omelet, overcooks it. It's not good.
No, it's not. You're not offering a ham and cheese omelet if it's ham and cheese with random sausage. So.
Well, some of the people here ask me to put the sausage, take some of the bacon over there, drop it in there. And I'm like, it's already cooked. If you put in the cooked stuff while I cook the omelet, it just doesn't come out as good. It's all about making sure the stuff's good,
I gotcha. Hey, you've got to have pride in your work. And you obviously have a lot of pride in what you do, which is fantastic because it really does seem to rub off on the people partaking. So
no, look, people don't understand food is an act of creation and it's an act of love. If you love your food and you love what you make, people will love you for it. That's why I do this. He hasn't given any indication that he's figured out that you're fallen at all.
It's yeah, no, that's yeah. I was gonna say the people we spoke with yesterday were all singing your praises, so we had to stop in and see you before we got settled in here. So
everyone enjoys what I'm doing. Give me another perception awareness, please.
That's 4.
Let's see.
3.
This close, you both feel him. He's manipulating very subtly reality. Trimdesio, I will give you, this particular power. He's turned on empathetic response as he's talking to you. And you filed that little bit away to the flavor.
I'm just going to look at him and say, you can put that away.
What, the omelet?
No.
What you talking about?
Trying to make us think more highly of you as you speak to us.
And his eyes narrow at that. I didn't realize who I was talking to or what I was talking to.
It's okay. We're some of us do a better job of being human than others at times, but
yeah, I am what I am.
I'm not so good at that.
I am what I am.
It's all right.
Yeah, no, it's okay. I believe we share some kinship, so it's it's plus we're all here looking to do the same thing, which is help the people. So
that's exactly what I do here.
Exactly.
I
And that's
try to
what
give
we
them
want to do too.
Give them a little hope. Give them a little something to improve their life. Give them faith in fellow man and humanity.
Well, I'm going to grab some things to throw on the side, and I'm going to enjoy this omelet.
You do that, and anytime you want to come back.
What name should I call you?
You can call me Cook. Everyone just calls me Cook.
Cook? Okay.
If you really want a name, you call me Jake.
Jake. Virginia.
Nice to meet you, Virginia.
Kathleen.
Nice to meet you too, Kathleen.
I'm sure we'll be partaking of your cooking more. So,
well, look, if you're here volunteering, everyone who volunteers here, they get food here whenever they want. We found that we seem like pompous asses if people order out rather than eat the same food everyone else eats. It's, sign of solidarity. And you hear one of the people in line go, yeah, that's because half the shit you order tastes like shit. See? Good cooking. That's the important thing. You should try the stew. When I make stew,
the stew is good.
It's good stuff.
I look forward to trying that. So,
and as you take your plates and get out and step back into the main room, we're actually going to flash over to Thomas and August. Are you riding together in one vehicle?
Whichever. Thomas isn't really limited by automobiles. So yeah, he'll sort of like head over towards August's.
And you two meet up at August and get in the vehicle. And as you're driving to go towards, you're going down to the records department, the city records, because that'd be the place, city planning, the place to get in and kind of good records. As you're driving along, you get about 2 blocks from August's house when the phone, you didn't realize he has a phone, it starts ringing.
Well, dang it. This was delivered to me this morning.
That's fine. You better answer it.
Right. Hello?
You're going to go to this address and wait by the payphone. Go alone. Don't be followed. You'll be contacted there with further instructions. I give you an hour to get there, in case you're doing something important.
Can you give me 2?
No. Look, it's only 30 minutes if you take a bus, at least from your house, unless you're not at your house or near your house. I know for a fact you were there when you got this phone. You got enough time. And then the line goes dead.
They want me to go to a payphone by myself. I might just park my car a couple blocks away.
Worst case, do whatever you need to. I can head over to the public records, and if something happens and you need me, I can just, like I said, let me know where you are, and I can get there very quickly.
All right. Sorry, wasn't expecting it to be so soon.
No, it's just be careful.
Yeah, you too.
Yes, those awful paper cuts will be a bitch.
Hey, bureaucracy can be pretty dangerous.
So you're going to get your own vehicle and go to that location?
He's in his thing. I'm getting
you
out.
Just get out. Okay.
Yeah.
And you drive further into the city, over to the west side of the city. And on the corner is a payphone. There's not many of them left, but there's still some in 99, thankfully. When your car pulls up, as soon as your car stops near the payphone, you hear it start ringing.
How many frickin' phones do I need to answer? Hello?
I'm glad you got rid of whoever was riding with you. You're going to go to another address now.
Is it another payphone?
You'll find out when you get there.
I don't know.
Maybe. And he gives you a subway station, one of the L stations. Just go there, go inside, wait by the turnstile.
Do I get the sense that I'm being watched or followed?
You can give me perception of alertness.
Two successes.
You don't think you're being followed, but I mean, it's a busy city street. There's so many buildings around. You could be watched by anywhere. But common sense tells you if the phone rang the moment your car pulled up, somebody was watching it. I will let you roll perception intuition for something else.
Why not? 3 successes.
There's something familiar about the voice that is on the other end of the phone that gave you the address. You don't know what it is yet. You need to listen to them more, but they've already hung up.
Okay. I'll head that way, whether if I need to drive or whatnot. If driving,
you got to drive all the way to the north side of the city, or actually towards the loop. It's the L. You got to get towards the loop. So you're going towards downtown now. Gives you more than enough time to talk to your fellow choir mates.
Yeah, I would ping them and say, sorry for the interruption. They forced me to ditch Thomas. I'm headed here. And I would tell them where I'm going.
Just be careful. It sounds like they may be watching you.
Right. Oh. This is just getting more fun. And I'll disconnect and head that way.
Okay. And Virginia and Kathleen, Rebecca's still getting a room cleaned out as you all are waiting. Where was Clark and Mars going after they left the parks and recs, the park, actually, I should say, not the parks and recs, the park.
Did you have anything that you needed to do?
Not really. I was just waiting to see how everything played out, what was going on with everybody else.
We got information. I don't think it's the direction that I expected it to go.
No, I know. We still have to wait to see if he even finds any names or anything.
Yeah, we are relegated to a lot of hurry up and wait, which is getting old. While this is going on, we're just in like on the road, right? Like just it's one of the famous hey, you're in a car, let's have a conversation sort of moments.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
For a second, he doesn't say anything else and then turns to look at you. You're one of the few who somewhat understands me, you know.
Oh, so?
The earth is cold and quiet. Death is often the same.
And yet there's still comfort in it.
It is not perfect. I'm just finding that more and more of my own making such poor decisions.
Chalk it up to circumstances, situations. They were not presented with the same, let's go with opportunities.
But even when presented with correct information, they seem to ignore it. Many do not talk about it, but bone is a part of the earth. Bone is a part of life. Bone is a part of humanity. All they're doing is damaging yet another of our own creations.
That is rather
No-
profound.
And normally, you would think it would fill one with despair. I just want to rip their tongues out through their assholes.
Well, anger gets shit done. So,
As has been proven time and again. I'll never understand humanity or why people get so attached to them, but I know to be proud in my work. There's just too many people who seem to want to break everything we worked for.
you're not wrong. Is it strange that I miss my work? Not Michelle's work, but my work.
No stranger than me missing mine. Although I have an avenue to continue my work with the Forge. I think for you to start shepherding souls again, there'd probably need to be a lot more of you working towards the same.
I don't even know if it's possible for me to do that anymore. I don't know what happens. I mean, I'm attempting to learn how to figure that out. But
Simply do the best you can, for it's truly all we have. And if you'll excuse the glibness, have a little faith.
that's funny.
I'm slowly getting the hang of this humor thing.
As you all are driving, flashing back, August, you pull up at the L station. And as soon as you park your car and get out to head into the station, a car pulls up beside you. The guy rolls down the window. Hop in. And you recognize the guy. It's Chuck. Come on, friend, hop in. We're going for a ride, bud. Come on.
Good to see you again.
Yeah, well, I mean, you seem like a good guy. Glad you're signing up. Hop in. We got to take a little more trip.
I will get in the car.
As you get in the car, we flash back to Virginia and Kathleen. As you see Chef come out of the kitchen. Hey, Becky, I got to go out for a bit. I'll be back. I got some business to deal with. I'll be back in a few hours. And she's just like waves. You got till lunch anyway. As you see him exit the building with a quickness.
Of course, she's aware of August going on this field trip.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
She, like coughs a little bit and whispers his celestial name. I'm sure you can't talk, but clear your throat if you are en route to meet with someone now.
Muted.
You're muted.
You're muted.
So I'll say out loud. So Chuck, where are we going?
Oh, you don't need to know about that right now. You're going to meet somebody. He'll decide what to do with you. He has a real knack for picking things out.
Totally reassuring. I appreciate your brevity.
Yeah, that was a good trick you did yesterday. Trying to make me your friend. Picked up on it pretty quick. Would have worked on most of us. Not me, though.
Oh, so we're not friends?
We'll have to wait and see. It all depends on what Master says.
I mean, I thought we had a connection despite any sort of...
I mean, I like talking with you. Your friend was kind of weird, but I like talking with you. Seemed like an okay guy. But, you know, I don't make the decisions.
I mean, we all have a little autonomy, don't we, Chuck?
No. I have obligations. Oaths have been sworn. I'm sure you understand. Now, you all cannot hear Chuck's side of the conversation. You only hear...
No, I'm the only one communicating.
Right, you can only hear...
I can only hear his side.
His
I'm
side,
waiting
right.
for him to clear his throat.
Sorry, what was the condition? What did you ask again?
For you to clear your throat if you're going to meet someone.
Oh, yeah, then I'd say I just kind of...
You need me to turn the air on?
She cuts off the connection.
No, that's fine. Just a little stuffy in here. Still, you'd think after this long I'd get used to being in a body.
I don't know nothing about that part. I can't even imagine what it's like for you all.
Human imagination can be a powerful thing sometimes.
Yeah, well, if you say so. I've seen the worst of everybody. So what is Kathleen and Virginia doing now?
Does the timing... Kathleen's going to be like, does the timing seem kind of suspicious to you?
Yes, I just confirmed that he's on his way to meet someone.
Okay.
And Chuck picked him up. Seems he doesn't have free will to do something because I heard him ask him about that.
Okay.
So, Cook.
There's a high possibility, I would say. He definitely seems like he's probably of the fifth house with his usage. So, but then again, we know that's not always a true indicator. So
he had to get out of here in a hurry and said he'd be gone for a couple hours.
Yes, I just hope August, if it is him, I hope August is ready for the battle of wits, perhaps. So, because I'm sure if it is him, he'll probably come on real hard.
She coughs again and says his name. It's the cook from the mission. And she closes it off.
Kathleen actually wants to ask Rebecca, a question.
Okay, you walk up to her. How'd you find the food?
Oh, it was very good. The chef does a great job back there. It's good to see that everyone seems to really enjoy his cooking. So,
well, I mean, he's friendly. He uses a bit of little extra to make sure everybody likes him because, food is the best way to build trust, right? You feed somebody, give them a full belly. They remember that. They like that.
Yeah, that food is a good bread breaker, and I mean that in multiple ways. But does he have to run like that very often? Or I know you said everyone said he was so committed to being here all the time. He's here all the time. So
from time to time, not too often.
Oh,
I mean, we don't force him to. It's not like we chain him to the stove in there. So
of course. No, I was just curious because everyone we had spoken with had said, he's here all the time and he's always so, happy and woo. And then just to see him kind of sprint out of here was kind of jarring. So I was just,
it happens.
Apologies. It's my own thing. It's the kind of the expectation reality kind of clashing. So.
I don't think nothing odd of it. Like I said, that's what he does.
Is this going to be the clinic room or is this going to be her counseling room?
The first door on the left will be the clinic room, and then the door on the right will be the counseling room.
Okay, sorry for interrupting, Dr. Stone.
No, you're fine.
When you're done, could you assist me with getting some equipment out of my car to set up in the clinic?
Of course, yeah. Sorry, Rebecca, for the odd question. My brain's going in 500 directions sometimes, and some of the weirdest questions come out and they just make people feel uncomfortable. So I do apologize about that.
So you are heading to the car?
Mm-hmm.
And as you're heading to the car, right here, everybody, I think we're going to go to break, where August is riding around with Chuck going somewhere. Kathleen and Virginia are on the trail. Thomas is waiting for a chance to try to, he can't portal to him because he won't know where it is. And Clark and Mars are just coming from the park and rec. So right here, everybody, we're going to go to break. We'll see you in 10 minutes. Please enjoy the break. As soon as I can find where my mouse went. Welcome back, everybody. Before the break, August had been picked up by Chuck. He's going to be taken while the chef jumped out of where he was working at the mission to go on important business. But where we left off, while August is riding in his vehicle, Virginia and Kathleen have returned to Virginia's vehicle.
Mm-hmm. And Virginia literally decides to open up a conference call with everyone, even Bazazel, because he can hear what they're doing. So he knows what's going on. Bazazel has gotten picked up by Chuck from the mission and is being taken to meet with the cook from the mission who has Chuck as a thrall.
That's our working assumption. We also assume the cook is of the fifth house. So
yes, he tried to make us really inclined to be nice to him. So Bazazel, prepare yourself.
So you really like that stew, huh?
Oh, that stew's great. I mean, he's a good cook. Everyone likes that stew.
I'll have to try it time.
I want y'all to come to me. I'm at the mission. And we go to him from there. God, I wish he could tell us where the fuck he is.
You notice that you're
I literally mumble that.
You're driving in circles right now.
Any reason you're driving us in circles, Chuck?
Let's just say we can't get there too early. The one you're meeting with has to have time to get there.
Mention seeing a certain place.
So enjoy the loop a bit. We'll go up and down the loop for a little bit.
I'll say we've passed X thing how many times?
That's in the loop. Okay, we're going there. So come to the mission, y'all, as quickly as you can. And she shuts it down.
Fancy going Lakeshore Drive a bit there, August, we can hit Lakeshore for a minute. We got time if you want to catch your sights.
Hey, if Lakeshore is the way to get there, you're the driver.
Okay, we'll go to Lakeshore. We got time. As he heads over towards Lakeshore Drive to go up and down the road there.
Do I get a sense that he knows what I'm doing?
Roll your bullshit detection. Let's go with that.
I want to make sure I'm not being misled either.
Yeah, so you can roll perception.
Counter misled.
Perception empathy. Go with it.
Is it possible to assume while all of this has happened that Thomas has at least gotten the information that was put in the Zoom newspaper? I mean, chat.
Sure.
Sure.
Eat your heart out, Chicago Tribune.
7 successes. He doesn't seem to be fazed by him. You're talking with him. The way he's talking with you, it's almost like he used to be a cab driver or something, because he is just constantly wanting to chat it up with you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, just making sure that, like, he's not intentionally driving around in circles because he knows I'm talking to someone, just because that's just the plan.
He seems to be staying in the loop area. So how is everybody else? Where's everybody going to drive to the mission?
Yeah, when Michelle hears that, she's like, hold on tight, and just pulls a U-turn.
Oh, just wait. It gets even better. And I'm going to wave my hand and create path.
Okay. So you get to roll. And this is not something
of faith, by the way.
Yep. This is not something that people will notice. So it's a little easier for you to warp reality with this one. It's not disbelieved as much by everyone around. So let's see. You're going to lay a path?
Yes.
Dex survival.
Sounds good to moi. What is my dex? I don't even remember. Oh, cool.
Yes, for those wondering in Twitch chat, the bullshit roll has lasted multiple games with House.
Oh, yeah. Bullshit detector.
Multiple systems, too, if I remember.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. There's always a bullshit detector.
Yep.
That'll be 3 successes. I would have had 4, but goddamn ones.
Let's see. It's kind of reducing travel time is the one you're looking for.
Mm-hmm. And I'll even warn Drillerial, might be a bit dangerous, but the path will take us there.
If you want to keep going, you can roll as an extended roll to keep going with it.
All right.
As you're suddenly, Drillero, as you're driving, you notice you seem to be catching all the lights all of a sudden. Traffic seems to mysteriously not be in front of you. Have you rolled that again?
Ooh. This time 4 successes for the other one.
Okay. So as you're driving through it, it seems rather quickly that you've reached the mission. Traffic not in a way as Clark. I'm not going to make you keep rolling the extended roll because you get about 100 yards per success, but it's an extended roll, so you can keep rolling it and rolling it and rolling it. We're not going to roll all day. As you quickly get there, that covers Clark and Michelle. Thomas, what are you doing?
So once I've gotten the information, I will ask, or I will find like a public restroom in the building. And yes, I will walk in and use a open portal on one of the stall doors.
Okay.
And then I will connect the portal to the backseat door of Arizeth's car.
Okay.
So
and
fucking
just
broken.
And just tell her
incoming.
Intelligence, intuition. You are very intimately familiar with her car. So difficulty will be 5.
I now just imagine him screwing up, but like going out the wrong part of the door and just hitting the street, like blam.
right into traffic.
Knowing me in real life, I'd do that if I had that power. I'd fuck it up that way. Run face first into a fucking
Actually,
wall.
it says the portal has to be identical to the type you enter, so you step out the front door of the mission. From the bathroom
But I've never
out the
been.
mission.
I don't think Thomas has been to the mission, has he?
He hasn't.
No, you haven't. So you need to get in a taxi.
Oh, God.
Or break into someone's car so
Or
you can
any
use
car.
the door.
Yeah, any car.
So,
Okay, yeah.
So
he'll
are we
find-
just leaving my car there? Or will I be taken back to it, Chuck?
But I don't know where you left your car. Is
Yeah,
the
that's a good
problem.
point. Still, I'm still curious.
We'll let the boss determine that.
Yeah, so Thomas will find an unlocked. I mean, this is pre 9/11, so he'll find an unlocked car door because people are stupid. And then he'll portal that to
intelligence, intuition.
5.
Okay. You go and check a bunch of cars. You finally find one. Open the door, and somebody is looking at. Why are you checking door locks? And as soon as you get in the vehicle, you disappear. You don't hear the rest of what they have to say.
Oh, I would have ignored them regardless.
Why are you checking door?
Yeah,
It's the only thing you hear.
Suddenly, Virginia, the door of your car doesn't open, but he suddenly sits down in your back seat.
And as soon as I get in, I'll close the portal.
Yep.
So nothing's following.
Kathleen, can you go tell Rebecca that you just got paged for one of your patients and I need to take you back?
Yeah, I'll go tell her that. So say Kathleen will go tell Rebecca that she's got to.
That's fine. We'll get your office set up. It'll be here when you get a chance to come back.
Okay, I know.
Let me guess. Virginia's your ride. You rode over with.
Yeah. Virginia and I we carpooled. So Virginia is very appreciative of the office, and I'm very appreciative. We look forward to working with you all here. So.
Well, it'd be good when you come back. Don't worry, Ed. It's not like we're going anywhere.
Yep. Thank you. And Kathleen will kind of jog out.
And as you get back out, you see Mars's van pulling up. And it's funny too, because it's almost like the sea of cars and traffic parts as the van is coming. People taking side streets, turning, lights changing, and then the van's there.
All right. He is in the loop, so we need to get going. Michelle, you want to take point? That way Clark can open paths if need be, and we can follow right behind.
Sure.
Do your best to pay attention. If I'm not guiding people personally, sometimes they can get lost.
I get you. Yeah, so as we're driving, I am actually going to contact Cineval.
Okay. You say her name and she responds, Erzeth.
Yes.
Didn't expect to hear from you. What's going on?
Who are you leaving this mission run by? Because your cook is working for the other faction.
God damn it. Look, it's not like we have a vetting process. It's not like we have a background check. Are you sure he's working for the other side?
Yes, he is currently on the way to go get August because he thinks August has signed up.
Stay on him.
I am. Also, the guy Chuck that comes in, that's his thrall.
I don't know the people there. I set it up and then I had to go.
He sussed out a high faith person yesterday that was kidnapped by a malefactor, and she spells out the name.
Stay on it. Find out where they're going. We need to find out where they've been taking people.
And what's going on for that basement?
What do you mean?
Rebecca was not disclosing. And it was very suspicious.
We've got plans for it. As we gather more and more people, we need somewhere where we can encourage them to be faithful and encourage the faith in humanity, somewhere they feel safe. So that'll be the place it is.
We'll talk later. And she shuts it down.
Okay. As you're heading towards the loop. Now, Bazazel, you've been riding around for a bit before he finally gets off the lakeshore and starts heading back down into downtown. Inside the loop still, though. You'll get to meet him here in a minute.
Oh, that's one of my favorite pizza places.
Actually, you just drove past the Art Institute of Chicago.
I've never been to the art. I've been, you'd think after being here so long, I would have been to the Art Institute by now, but haven't had a chance yet.
Oh, you haven't? Oh, you really should. It's a nice place down there.
Yeah. Hey, color me surprised. I did not take you for an art fan, but that's what they say about judging a book by their cover.
Look, I'm a Chicago guy. I got interest everywhere. Yeah, it's right up here, and he actually pulls into the Hilton Hotel into a parking garage.
Are we meeting in some Hilton suite?
No,
Chuck?
Let me park the car. He parks the car. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Just stay right here a minute. And as he gets up to get out of the car, you notice in his seat after he gets up, there's a piece of paper left behind in his seat.
Sure, why not? Let's look at the obvious story thread there. Let's
Got nothing better to do.
Look, all bad guys are not totally competent, okay?
I will look at I will kind of flip the paper over, leave it in the spot he left it, but I'll see if I can.
It says
read it.
I-55 down to Dwight, east on 17, just before Reddick.
I will repeat that as softly as possible.
You're opening the connection?
I thought we were still on it.
No.
Oh. Then yes, I will open the connection. Again, as softly as possible. This was on a piece of paper he left behind.
That is area of just fields and fields and more fields. It is way out in the middle of nowhere.
That is the middle of nowhere.
Currently in a parking garage by the Hilton.
Means it'll be easy to find.
Mm-hmm.
I'd recommend keeping distance. We don't need them.
Mm-hmm.
They were very explicit about being followed.
Keep this open.
Yeah.
Group, I think we should head to that location that's on the paper. Lay in wait.
Does where they, I mean, obviously where they are, this is somewhere completely different than where he is right now.
Oh, that location they just gave you
Another payphone
is southwest of Chicago, quite a bit. Past Joliet, keep going.
Jeez.
That might be where they're sending the missing people. Maybe some sort of like trafficking thing, but I don't think that has anything to do with where they're taking August.
Just to be mindful, the person who met me last night was able to portal away.
That would
Then
do
we'll
it.
simply destroy any portals we find.
Yes, we will.
And you see Chuck coming back to the vehicle now.
You have to poop?
Come on. He's here. Come meet with the boss.
I thought you said we weren't getting a suite in the Hilton.
We're not. He's just in a better position than by this car here.
I feel like you need to work on your recruitment tactics, but
look,
yeah.
You're an unknown. Like, it's nothing personal. You're not trusted yet. Once you get trusted, we'll show you the secret handshake, give you a decoder ring,
You say this, and I know you're joking, but you're going to severely disappoint me if I don't get a decoder ring now.
Oh, well, damn, might as well just be disappointed.
Okay, so into the Hilton or somewhere around here?
And he takes you further into the garage to a section that there's a drainage. You can tell there's one of the water drainage grates. And standing over it is a rather obese, very overweight African-American man standing there wearing an apron Looks like he's just come from cooking. You weren't followed, at least. Do you still have your link open?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
How you doing?
Does he know
Does he know what?
that I'm talking to people?
You don't know if he knows.
That's what I want to check.
Oh.
Are we close enough for me to do Sense of Faithful?
You've had time to get close. You can roll perception awareness if you want to see if you can pick anything up.
That is 6 successes based on the difficulty rating for him.
Okay. Do you know exactly where he is? Because what you've done is, for the viewer, so that they understand exactly what you did, Find the Faithful lets you locate specific individuals, mortal or demon, by homing in on their faith. And the range on it is, for her, 5 miles.
Mm-hmm.
So she knows exactly where he is.
1 success.
1 success? You don't know.
I'm going to disconnect.
So you interested in signing up?
Would I have gone through all these payphones and car rides and phones and all this stuff if I wasn't?
Well, considering the friends you had before, yeah, you would. I'm not sure you're to be trusted. I tell you what we're going to do.
I'm just saying, hey, offense taken. I'm told I'm very trustworthy.
You say that. But why were you in communication? I could feel it. You were talking to somebody.
Because I'm being taken somewhere where no one's telling me. So I figured it's best, cover my ass. I think you would think I was dumb if, well, to be fair, I think you would think less of me if I didn't have a contingency plan.
And the guy looks over. Get out of here, Chuck. Me and Mr. North will have our discussion.
What should I call you, Stu?
Call me Chef. One way or another, I figure my cover's now blown, considering your 2 friends were there at the mission when I left.
Can't blame them for being nosy.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure y'all are working together, so... But I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. I'll tell you what we're going to do. Tomorrow, I'll be in contact with you. I'm going to give you a name and an address, and you're going to go there and you're going to grab that person. And then you're going to contact me after you get him, and I'll tell you where to take him. Nice and simple. You want to sign up? You got to bring us a body.
And on the off chance luck is not on my side, this body is not known for being the luckiest thing. I've had a lot of bad luck lately. If that seems to creep its head, what would happen? Hypothetical, totally hypothetical situation.
You never hear from me again. We'll go and continue our operations without you. Maybe your wife has an accident. We've been watching you.
Enters the garage and immediately summons a fist of air.
Okay, go ahead. I'll let you roll that. As the car pulls in and she summons air with everybody in a line.
Mm-hmm.
Chuck's gone, by the way.
That's fine. That's fine. She's going to hit that fucking chef.
Go ahead. Mm-hmm. You see him standing there. You recognize him.
Mm-hmm. Hang on, I gotta find him.
What's up, August?
No. I say I wouldn't know she's doing that.
Nope. She had more than enough time as y'all were going up and down the loop to get real close to the loop.
Yeah.
So it's stamina survival.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. How many you get?
I am going to use the high torment version.
Okay, give yourself 1 temporary torment now.
So that it does lethal damage.
Okay.
Okay, so it is stamina.
Plus survival. Difficulty is 6.
Okay. That is 6 successes.
And the first indication you have is as you hear, it's almost like almost a sonic boom in there from the speed of the wind as it crashes into the chef. And it knocks him on his ass. And the moment it hits the ground, though, his body dissolves into water, leaving his clothes and everything behind.
Can I try and control that water? Do I have that ability?
Yes.
You can't control the water that he is animating.
Okay.
Because he is the water, which is flowing down, which immediately flows down the drain that he was standing over, which is why he was standing there.
Could he have water from the drain spit his housemate back up?
No, because the water would pass by him. It's the thing is, it would spit the water through it, but because he is the water and an animated force in the water, you can't just throw his water back out.
And you could pull all the water up out of the sewer, though, so he's the only water in the sewer.
Except he's already into the sewer system. Yeah, he would flow down through the sewer system away from y'all.
He's gone.
Yeah,
That's okay. We know where he goes. We have a location.
I'd be careful saying that. I don't know who else is. Just because Chuck's gone doesn't mean there isn't someone else listening.
Oh, fair point. I should take care of that. I'm going to lay path to Chuck.
Go ahead. That's an interesting thought.
While he's doing that, I also want to can I sense congruence on Chuck, even though I haven't seen him, but I know about him?
Yes, you can. You haven't seen him, though. Let me double check your sense congruence. Because
4 successes to find him.
If we really need to, Kathleen can make her face look like Chuck. We've done this before.
That you could do. I'm trying to read what it does.
Because nothing says I need to know about him. It's just if I can use a person as the focal point.
What are you trying to learn about him with your sense congruence?
I am trying to figure out where he is going.
Okay, perception, intuition.
And when he's trying to get there.
I don't know if he caught it earlier, by the way, but 4 successes on the path.
Okay. While you're doing that.
The difficulty?
The difficulty will be 6 because it's sense congruence.
3.
I'll come back to you in a second.
Okay.
And also, I'll let everyone know. If I find this thrall first, I'm shooting him in the face.
Fair.
You see a path, though you don't think... I mean, he's moving constantly, so you're going to have trouble linking through the path.
I'll run.
Can I find the faithful on him?
You've seen him. You can try it, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Thomas, you've sensed congruence. It gives you a number of days equal to your faith, which is 5 days.
Yeah, pretty much it's I using him as the focal point. I can be in the right place at right time to intercept him.
He will be in a compound if things don't change tomorrow. Compound out in the middle of nowhere.
Thomas will relay, if it sounds like the location August found out is a compound that he'll be at tomorrow.
I got 4 successes.
4 successes?
Mm-hmm.
On your difficulty was 8.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 4 successes. Okay. You know you know exactly where he is. He's now, let me double check my map because I have a map just for this discussion. Can't let y'all not, know where he's going.
Wow. We have a better map of Chicago in Demon than they ever did in Windy City.
Actually, they have a better map in Windy City. You'd be
Yep.
amazed.
Mm-hmm.
Jealous.
We have a Google map
Mm-hmm.
that we
Oh,
put
yeah.
custom pins on.
Mm-hmm.
No
It's
need to
fancy.
brag.
Yep. He is looking at the map now. He's heading south down over to almost on West Roosevelt Road already.
He's on West Roosevelt Road. Let's go.
On it.
And we head
August
that
is
way.
August is just kind of standing there at first.
Come on, August.
Yeah, all right.
And you all pile up. It's a tight fit. Are you going to take
The 2 vehicles.
the 2 vehicles? Okay.
We're not leaving our
I'm
shit
ju-
here.
And I'm just running because I know they can handle it.
Yeah, but you won't be able to catch him even with lay path. You will not catch him in a car.
I know, but I'll still be further down the street when
So as they
actually
come out
get
of
to
the
me.
thing, you see the van. You all see Clark running down the street as Michelle's pulling up in her van. You guys stop and yell for him to get his ass in the van?
Pretty much. I was just like, this might be faster.
Just grab a light post, swing around, and book it towards them then.
Arizeth, give me a Dex drive roll. Yes, you can use the lightning reflexes. You got to try to keep with him as his, or try to keep with Mars as she's.
That is 3 successes.
3 successes?
Actually, hang on. I got a 10. And another 10. So that makes 4. 5 successes.
Need to replace those dice. You managed to keep up with Mars.
Nice, y'all.
You managed to keep up with Mars. I'm just making sure you could follow the path without, getting lost in the traffic, because the path opens in front of him doesn't mean it doesn't close behind him as he's driving. And you all are heading down towards him. And as this car chase is going on, I'll let y'all have a discussion amongst yourselves as you're following him before I tell you you've caught up to him. Because he can't outrun a fucking lay path going on.
I was wondering if we needed to perhaps, I don't know, maybe it seems silly, but is it worth trying to get any information out of Chuck before we
That's what I was going to wonder.
He can't be mentally manipulated. I mean, you can use physical.
I have ways.
well, I was also going to say I could always make myself look like somebody we're suspicious of and see if he reacts to that.
That might not be a bad idea. I wouldn't go with Chuck, though, because...
The chef?
Yeah.
I could do the chef, or I could do Rebecca.
No, do the cook. Do the cook.
Okay. So I spent my faith. I'm gonna roll my medicine, whatever to.
Okay, you're gonna try to shape change your face and yourself into the chef.
Yeah, holy fuck! I rolled 1 success and a 1, so that's a 0. So I'm gonna have to spend another faith and do this again.
To do it again. But there's no penalty. Even if you botch, it just costs you an extra faith.
Yeah.
It's a broken game, everybody.
That's more like it. So I got 4 successes, so I can, and I don't have any difficulty because I'm just doing it to myself. So,
So where there was a Kathleen, now there's an overweight chef.
God damn, you're good at that.
And as you're driving, he's gone quickly from going West Roosevelt. He got on the I-90 heading south. And you all managed to catch up to him on I-90 in your vehicle as he's in his vehicle.
I kind of snapping out of his daze. If we get close to him, I can stop him.
Virginia gets as close as she can to him.
If I can touch the car, I want to make sure there's no one. Is there anyone behind him directly?
Virginia's going to pull in front of him and slam on the brakes.
I was going to use stop inertia.
As soon as you all get close to him, he accelerates. I just rolled his awareness to see if he noticed y'all right behind him.
What do I have with Fundament to make my car go better?
Manipulate gravity to make the car lighter.
You can go and manipulate gravity. You could
Inertia?
also manipulate adhesion so that your car grips the road better. You could go manipulate inertia so that you can more easily maneuver.
I'm going to do inertia, and I'm going to put the pedal to the floor.
Yeah.
Can I open a portal from the passenger door of the backseat passenger door of her car to the front seat passenger of his car?
Yes, I will let you try that with a difficulty 8. Or you can just spend a faith to be automatic and then roll your dice on top of it.
Yeah, I'll spin the faith.
Okay.
I got 3 successes on my inertia.
Okay. So your car is now handles like an indie racer all of a sudden.
Mm-hmm. And she pulls up like directly beside his car.
If I'm able to touch it at all, I want to use manipulated inertia to make it force it to the car to stop in its tracks.
Okay. Well, first, Thomas opens the back door as it's moving of Virginia's car and then steps out of the car like he's going to go into the road, but he doesn't. He steps into the back seat. Yep, 5's enough. Easy. Steps right into the back seat of Chuck's car.
No. The passenger, like the
seat,
front passenger. I'm right next to him in the vehicle.
As soon as you get in the vehicle, Chuck screams, "Now I got to roll."
He's going to crash.
Yeah, he loses control of the vehicle.
Hope he's got insurance.
And then when he does that, I want to step back into Virginia's vehicle.
You're going to need to roll a dex roll for that one. Give me dex athletics, please.
Can I spend a faith to make it automatic?
You can spend a willpower to do an automatic. 1 success.
I will spend a willpower. And then what'd you say? Dex athletics?
Uh-huh. As you try to get back into the vehicle before, because the portal's still open between the two.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. So I got an 8 and a 7.
Give me roll stamina against difficulty 6.
Just stamina?
Mm-hmm. Because that's all you have for soak roll. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. 1.
Okay, you manage to do it, but you don't get fully out of the vehicle before he wrecks it.
Okay.
So I'm going to give you 2 bashing damage to your legs.
Okay.
Caught your legs as you were getting out of the vehicle. Now you can just spend a faith to heal it when you're ready.
I'll just go ahead and spend it.
Okay. And then the vehicle crashes into the Jersey barriers there, the walls between them. And because go ahead.
And then I'll close the portal.
And because you've played with inertia, you can instantly stop your car, Virginia.
And she does.
Yeah, the car just goes from driving to stop.
Yeah.
Cool.
And nobody's thrown
Nobody's
forward.
thrown.
She stopped the inertia.
It's so smooth.
No, physics is a suggestion with us. We're demons.
It just stops.
It just stops. And it's so
As soon as
smooth.
it does, I'm going to get out and book it towards the now crashed vehicle.
And unfortunately, a Chuck versus steering wheel.
Chuck didn't survive.
Steering wheel won. He may be still alive, Virginia. He's got a pulse, but he is not.
Oh, he's still technically alive?
Barely.
Perfect. I take high torment and I'm going to reap him.
Oh, shit.
No sense in the faith going to waste.
Okay. Roll your, what is it going to be? You have to roll your faith. Yep. Faith pool versus difficulty 6.
The lines spiraling out from the eyes are less lines and more very noticeable grooves carved into his face, black and red. His outline becomes distorted. When he speaks, his voice is pitched and whispering at the same time. It's very disturbed. And what was my roll again? Sorry?
Faith pool versus difficulty 6.
Oh, shit. My faith is 5. How about that crap?
Because I gave all y'all a bonus.
All right. 4 successes.
That is enough. Gain 1 temporary faith for just reaping right there.
Over my full or just back to my full?
Up to your full.
Okay.
As the light is fading from his eyes, they go wide, and he looks at you in terror.
That's mine.
And now, because you've just done high apocalyptic form in the middle of the highway,
Yeah, I know.
there's now several accidents behind you
Oops.
as people panic with their cars, slam brakes, and proceed to rear end each other.
All right, I'll drop it as soon as I get the faith, because I don't want to keep causing accidents.
Oh, it's going to be a pileup at this point. Once the accident starts, they just keep piling up behind them.
Easily distracted humans, pay attention to the fucking road, not the demon on the side of it. What's wrong with you? No one said he was entirely smart.
Yeah, well, you know.
You guys watch me suck up this guy's faith as he dies.
So, as he has died, the only thing left to try to get info is going to be Lore of Death, read Fate. Because Michelle can stare into his dead eyes and see where he was for a number of hours or days with enough successes.
Well, while this is going on, I'm going to go try and check on the people in the accidents, use whatever fundament abilities to get car doors open, get people out.
Unlike Chuck, a number of them have airbags, and they were hitting brakes when they wrecked, not, jerking the wheel into the Jersey barrier because he got terrified by somebody appearing in the passenger seat.
Chef Lean is also going to help August do that.
Okay.
So
You're doing crowd
Chef
control.
Lean.
Okay. Yeah, because everyone sees the chef.
Oh,
Michelle, are
fuck,
you
that's
reading
funny.
Fate on him?
Yeah.
Okay, perception
Uh,
awareness. Difficulty 6.
Uh,
The beauty of this power is the high torment would let you see their fate if they died from violence, which would have counted in this too. So either form would give her information.
Did he die from violence? Maybe.
Even it says torment works on violence, whether accidental or intentional. And I would say a body impacting steering wheel, that's violent. Let's see how many Drillariel gets as she stares into his eyes.
4.
4. Well, let's see. Hours are at 3, days are at 4. You can see back into the events that led to this exact circumstances for days. As you look into his eyes, you see him meeting with the chef last night, right after y'all had left the mission. Actually, right after he left the mission, explaining about August, because he could feel the power August was using on him. And as you look further back, you see him at a compound out in the middle of nowhere. There's chain link fences around the whole place, topped with barbed wire, guard dogs, armed security, and a number of barracks-like buildings, along with a giant church in it. And you can see him there tending to the faithful that are there as they are moved to worship every day. They're being fed and clothed, but it's obviously this is the camp where they're being taken and indoctrinated. The sermons are actually being done by one of the fallen, one you didn't recognize, though you recognize him if you see him again.
So she's discovered a faith mill.
Yes. A literal faith mill.
As Michelle is seeing this, she is reiterating to everyone what she is seeing.
And she describes the fence layout, the guard shack, guard patrols, everything that he would have saw, she sees. Dog patterns, the buildings. They all go and they're at dark. They go and attend worship, as they call it, and then they're all straight to the barracks to sleep. The morning starts with worship again. But when it comes time to the place, I will give you all an advantage in that she knows the general layout.
Does that mean she also by chance saw the door to that church?
She did see the door to church because he's been in it.
And would she be able to then maybe describe said door to someone else amongst us who's really good with doors.
Let me see, read that one, because I see what you're going with.
I'm more double checking the convenience if it's at all possible.
If he's never been there before and goes merely with the guidance of a number, difficulty 9, to step right into the damn church.
So what you're saying is it's possible.
It is possible.
Couldn't you spend a faith to make it?
Yes. 1 faith would be automatic success to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if we're going there, we shouldn't go like right now. I just caused a pile up on the fucking highway. I think it'd be kind of awkward to step through a door and then just disappear in the middle of a car accident.
No, let's get off at the next exit and step through.
So you all climb back in your vehicles after causing this pile up.
Mm-hmm.
And Revelation, that should make it hard to remember your tag number.
Mm-hmm.
And Carsador is trying not to show how pleased he is with himself.
August, and Kathleen, most of the people in the car, minor injuries. There's a couple a little more moderate. Thankfully, August, you had a phone with you.
I'm not using that phone.
You're not going to call 911 with that phone?
Not with that phone.
So how are you going to try to get them help? Or they should be stable enough.
Arizeth will contact her paramedic thrall.
You're going to send him?
Let him know there's an accident on I-90 and where it is.
Okay.
No, I break that phone then and there.
Okay. Thankfully, Revelation does make it hard for people to get good descriptions.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the descriptions are going to be about Carsador's apocalyptic form.
And it was high torment, so they're not going to be describing no angel.
No.
It was a demon on the road.
Yes. None of them will see anything other than demon.
Somebody will think it was a Ravener doing it.
If I'm lucky. Otherwise, watch. A cryptic's going to show up and say, dude, quit fucking around.
As you pile up and head off.
Does anyone have a phone? No.
Or
I need to call my wife.
When we get off at the exit, we're going to stop somewhere that there's probably a phone.
It's not hard. You get off next exit, find a gas station, lots of phones.
Mm-hmm.
Last thing he said before you showed up was that he'd do something to her.
Mm-hmm.
Go to the payphone and call her office.
And you get her paralegal that's at the desk, her legal assistant, actually, not a paralegal. They're too busy.
I need to speak to Amy.
Oh, August. Yeah, hang on 1 second. And she pitched you through, and Amy picks up. Hey, what's up, August? Not used to you calling me in the office.
I need you to listen very carefully. I'm in some trouble, and there might be some people who want to hurt you.
What kind of trouble are you in?
It's really very difficult to describe. Let's just say I have a stalker. And they've made some threats against you to try and get to me.
Jesus, what the hell are you up to now?
A lot of things out of my control. But you can't go home. You can't go home. Can you stay with that girl you've been seeing?
I mean, we could do a Netflix and chill night.
Netflix
doesn't exist. We can do a Blockbuster and chill night.
Oh my God.
Rent and relax.
Yeah, we'll hit Blockbuster and she's wanting to meet up with me in the next day or two. I guess we can bump it up.
Hopefully you're close enough that you could stay with her for a couple days. I really do not feel comfortable with you staying at the apartment.
I mean, that's moving faster than I expected to, but I have my wiles. I should be able to convince her that's okay. I mean, I've got a big case I'm working on. I can't stay away from my office for that long.
No, go to work, but go to work with someone. Either have her drop you off, take a cab.
Look, this is
Don't go by yourself.
This is serious. I mean,
maybe it's nothing. Maybe it's nothing. I'd rather overreact than underreact.
look, I trust you. That I've been with you long enough. I sure do. Are you going to be okay?
I can hold my own.
I mean, sure, I'll do it, but we need to talk. You need to fill me in when you get a chance.
When I can, I will.
Okay.
I just need you to trust me now.
I trust you. I mean, why shouldn't I?
I need you to have faith in me.
Yeah. Look, you've never done me wrong. We've been a good partnership this whole time.
Yeah, we have.
So I trust you. Just be safe.
I will. You too.
You're a best friend for me, so definitely don't get yourself in trouble.
I have my ways of getting out of it.
I hope so. And don't let your bad luck get you.
That'll get me more than anything.
I hope so. Now let me get off here so I can call her. And
yeah. I don't want to keep you, but yeah. Thank you. I appreciate you going along with this.
Hey, just give me an excuse to stay with her a few days. I'm not arguing with that one.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why you're complaining so much.
I'm not, but I'm worried about you. That's all.
I appreciate that. I'm not going to tell you not to, because I know that's not the case, but
look, we may not have a traditional marriage, but we're best friends and we do care about each other in our own special way, right? So
we're certainly connected.
Right. So it works, right?
It does.
Okay, let me get off here.
Yeah. Thank you.
And she gets off the phone as everyone's waiting in the vehicles.
Virginia goes in and grabs and requests the key to the ladies' room.
Okay.
She comes out. Got a door.
Oh, storyteller, do I need to take up any torment for taking high torment form?
One
and
temporary.
reaping?
None for the reaping, one for the temporary for that.
Really?
None for the reaping?
No, you don't
you'd
get one
think-
for reaping.
Yeah, you'd think reaping, like stealing the faith out of a person, would be a little bit tormented.
No,
but
because
okay.
you already got the torment for taking that form. You don't always use high torment to reap. You can actually reap in a low torment form. You just happen to terrorize him to do it.
He deserved worse, but I was as scary as I could get at that moment.
As this choir decides on the plan of action, because somebody's got a key for a portal, we're actually going to end the episode right here. Demon Season 2, Episode 8, right here. Next episode, they're going up on the compound.
Hell yeah.
Which I'm going to point out is far enough out of town that none of y'all will be in range of your thralls.
Uh-huh.
So I'd like to thank my players and you, the viewers. Let's do the player vote. Who's going to go first? Actually, I'm not even rolling a die. Thomas, you go first. Who gets the player vote?
I was going to say I was going to vote. I was going to volunteer anyway. So
you're first.
I would give. I'm going to say everyone. I feel like I was the least useful person. But as far as like special mentions, I just really, really liked the Julirial Carsador conversation in the car. It was just like that sense of longing of, missing the old days. And how similar and yet how different they are. And then just, it was a very human interaction for two demons to have. And I really liked it. My vote is for everyone.
You didn't really do much, but you stopped him from fleeing away by getting in his front seat.
Mm-hmm.
I did one thing.
One
no,
thing.
you also just magically popped into Arizus back passenger seat.
One thing is
Or
all it
back
takes
seat.
sometimes.
Yeah.
But my official vote is for everyone.
Okay. So let's go around. Let's see. August, your vote.
I'm going to give mine to Carsador. For as pissed as August is at him right now, I thought he had a very strong episode. But I do want to shout out Chef Deziel or Tremdeza Chef.
You know, any eyewitness accounts that gets past Carsador's apocalyptic form is going to be putting people wondering why Chef fled the scene of a crime.
Yeah.
Of a mass pileup, because
Oh
guess
my God!
what?
If we framed him for that shit by accident,
we just did.
by accident, no less.
No, and also to a lesser degree, August gets a little blame for it, but you know.
I was helping people.
Yeah, he was doing the
But
altruistic
one
thing.
honestly is a bit more noticeable than others.
Mm-hmm.
A bit more rememberable. So, okay, now we're going to go to Kathleen, your vote.
Shit. I mean, honestly, I really liked. I was gonna say I feel like I did the least of anybody. Thomas over there talking about I didn't do anything, caused a car crash. I took the form of a fat black man and was like, "Hey guys, let me help you there."
You did find out the house of him just by what power he used. Virginia had no chance. Arizeth could not detect, would not know empathetic response like you do.
I got you. Well, I will say I did really like the scene from between Juliriel and Carstore in the car, because yes, that was very like sweet, as it were. I loved August driving around, just being like, "I'm not being kidnapped. Oh, look at that street sign. Hey, look, there's Big Ben, kids. There's Big Ben."
and Chuck didn't say shit about it.
Yeah,
Like, you're talking a lot.
Of course, you know, Arizeth doing Arizeth things and just being like, "Hadoken!" as she rolls into the fucking car garage. Like, doesn't even think, she like barely rolls the window down and is just like, "Ugh!"
She didn't even roll the window down. She just looked out the window and threw it.
It's just line of sight.
The storyteller
It's line of
literally
sight.
said she broke the sound barrier to do that.
Whoosh!
So
There's this loud clap of
So-
thunder in a parking garage.
I'm not trying to be a dick to Thomas, but I'm gonna actually vote for everybody but Thomas. I'm not saying everyone because I'm not voting for Thomas, and I'm not voting for myself because no, Thomas creating the car accident was pretty sweet. So never mind, that was actually badass. So everybody gets my vote. I did the least, so
Okay.
I really forgot. My brain is like,
Michelle, your turn.
Everyone, but definitely shout out to Arizeth for the wind thing. We're gonna have to be careful if we were in the garage though, because now my ears are fucked.
You're a demon.
Right there.
That's not a problem.
I was right there.
Good thing she
How-
didn't
how
botch
are
the
you
roll
gonna
because she would have
perform,
punched you.
August?
Yeah, if she botched, she would have punched you with lethal damage.
You'd have been talking to Chef and you'd have been on your ass.
I have tinnitus in real life. I don't need it in game.
No, you.
No. Arizeth?
Oh my God. Yeah, everybody. I mean, and I'm even going to say Kathleen, and not just for turning into Chef, but for covering for their absence, because Virginia cannot fucking lie.
Yeah, having two defilers, I think, has been the most invaluable thing about this group.
because they can say things that others can't.
Or they can say anything and be believed.
Yeah.
Folks, it just tells you, invest in your social stats.
Seriously, I mean, I intentionally did not invest in Arizeth's social stats because I wanted her to be very blunt.
Oh, she's blunt, all right. So blunt, you get hit by a fist of air just standing there in the
I just wanted to
garage.
play that type of character.
Car pulls into the garage, somebody gets punched.
Yeah, yeah. She's like the wind. She, has a fickle temper. But Carsador and Juliriel, their conversation just like hit me. It hit me so good. I mean, it was just so good. Agareth tripped me out with the portal into Virginia's car.
Yeah, you try to co-locate in Mage, and all of a sudden the universe bitch slaps you.
Yeah!
A demon just blinks and does it.
Yeah. Bazazel, legit, trying to work Chuck to get directions. So good, so good. But really what got me was that phone conversation with his wife. That was really good. Showed how much he really does care about her. So, everybody.
Okay, so Clark, your turn.
None of us. We all don't deserve it. No,
You bastard.
Arazeth, because clearly she is rubbing off on me.
I know, I thought that. I'm like, yes!
Y'all just causing mass derangements in the city with fucking revelations at this point.
You know what? It's the end of the world. Who fucking
It's the
cares?
fucking end times. We can afford to be a bit sloppy now and again. Props to Bazazel for the whole, I mean, getting kidnapped and just trying to be chill about it. It's not easy. No matter what that other side of the faction says, they were kidnapping you.
Like, he was just more irritated with all the hoops he had to jump through.
Honestly, Trim Deziel, I do still very much dig that shape-shifting stuff. It has paid dividends every single time you have used it, and if we happen to have accidentally framed some Faustian asshole, I'm down for it. Drillio? Wow, I'm turning into Shanky from season 1. Drulirial.
You bastard. We'll kill Thomas now for that.
Always picking the wrong targets. Thank you for letting me have that very heartfelt conversation between two houses that aren't known for their heart. Like, the Grim Reapers are obviously going to be, like, supportive because, hey, shit, you just died. Let's talk about that. But Death is never going to be like, a great conversationalist or a warm presence. They're just going to be comfort.
I don't know. I think Drulerio is a great conversationalist.
Oh, Drulerio is a fantastic conversationalist, but just in general, the metaphorical side, the earth talking to the dead.
I'm going to give XP to everybody because Arazeth, I did not expect you to pull into the garage and fist pump dude right in the face. I mean,
not going to give him a chance to run without showing him exactly how she feels.
Lethal can be healed pretty easy by a demon. He still had to burn the faith to do it, and then he had to escape. Actually, didn't heal it. He escaped rather than heal it.
Mm-hmm.
And then he lost a thrall.
Yeah.
And then he lost a thrall.
Clark, I mean, come on. You finally did first reaping on camera.
Yeah.
Got to give the XP. Agora, you jumping into the back or the front seat with him?
So good.
That's much easier than a car chase. Much easier. And seriously, August, the look you had on your face and how you were distracted at first after the threat against your wife, well played.
It was so good.
Well played.
So good.
And the little things, Kathleen, you go back in to tell Rebecca that you had something come up rather than just leave her wondering and being suspicious that y'all just went out to get some stuff and disappeared. That's how you keep people from being suspicious of you.
Mm-hmm.
I know you say you didn't do much. That right there was important.
That was vital.
Because if she is in on the kidnapping, you didn't want to tip her off. Because she could have been warning Chef right away if they just disappeared. Now I'm going to warn Chef.
Mm-hmm.
Totally plausible cover story. And Drulerio, once again, the dead are your playthings. Not going to lie. Dead people, you get your powers that can do that. And the scene with you and Clark, you're a slayer that was never around or didn't get a close tie with humanity other than to watch over them and to guide them. And to see you showing that humanity side with Clark trying to come to grips with the fact he is human. So everyone gets XP for this one. Next week, season episode 9, 2 away. 2 more episodes of the season, everybody. We're almost at the end.
This one went by fast.
Yeah. And don't think this is going to be an easy stomp around in this compound.
Oh, no.
It's going to test y'all. And if you go straight there, know that your thralls are out of range.
I think we can prepare a little.
That might have been a smarter idea than going there and leaving your thralls behind. We'll see. And of course, everybody, please join us on the Discord. It's where we cast this show. And speaking of casting a show, we have an open casting call right now on our Discord to play Scion on Tuesday nights after Demon ends. It'll be starting March 21st. It's going to be run by Zach Rules. Please pop over to Discord if you want to play on camera with members of the McStabber Studios community. There's your chance. Zach Rules is determining the cast. Verlin and I have no say in the cast. So it's whoever he decides is in his cast. So pop over there. Apply to be in his game if you want to play some Scion. You want to play Child of Gods, basically demigods. Go ahead and get in on that. And it's religion neutral. It's all gods of all religions. And even some that aren't religions.
Even other mythos like Santa Claus. Or the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Yep. That is literally, you can be a demigod of just about anything. So please, jump on that. Seriously. You want to catch our back episodes? Pop over to YouTube. That's where our back episodes are. We've got all the back content of Demon, Windy City, Changeling, Werewolf, Wraith, Bluebeard's Bride, Monster Heart. There's so much damn back episodes. Just go there. Check it out. If you want to catch amazing content creators, check our friends list right there. The Ivy Raven down there in the bottom square. You can catch her when she streams. And August, tell everybody what you're doing.
Twice a month, I host the Fantastic Four podcast, the #1 Fantastic Four fan casting podcast on the internet, presumably.
If you can't get enough of a house here on Demon, pop over there. You get a lot more house. You get a whole house. Walls and everything, floor. I mean, it's all there. It's a complete house. If you want to get some studio merch, get some McStabber Studios merchandise. Eventually, we will add the Daddy Issues shirt because I love that one. It's just a matter of getting the time to, and call me in honor of Eve Eternal because that's a great season 1 quote.
So good. Call me.
Needs to have a picture of somebody jumping out the window with "Call me" coming by. Yeah,
I'm not drawing all that.
We can find something for it somewhere. So, yep, we'll get that. Bits and donations, everybody, that goes to the players, not the studio. If you want to give something to the players of the stream you've seen tonight, that's what you do bits and donations for. If you want to give something to the studio, you pop over to the studio. Thank you, Junie. Junie just gave all kind of disco biddies.
Showed off her disco biddies.
2,500 stabberonis tonight. Thank you, Junie. That goes to the players. If you want to give to the studio, you can pop over to our coffee. You can subscribe here on Twitch. If you're watching this on YouTube, comment on the video, give it a like and a thumbs up. That pushes us higher on the search ratings, and it might increase us from a whole $18 a month in YouTube revenue to $19. Who knows?
Ooh.
You know, we're going to get rich off that YouTube monies.
Yeah.
Right. And now I can turn it over to my lovely wife.
Thank you, everyone, so much for joining us tonight. Tiss is off this weekend, right? Yeah. Okay. So coming up over the next week, Saturday, we do not have a stream, but on Sunday, we do have Windy City After Dark, Season 9, Episode 8 at 5 p.m. Eastern. We haven't recorded it yet. We record on Thursdays. I have no idea what's going to happen.
Bad shit.
Of course. Always.
We're leading up to the season finale. Bad shit.
Bad shit.
Nicholas will find a button and probably push it.
I mean, that's facts. You are our chaos gremlin. But
you need one to take the hits for everyone else.
At least he's got fortitude.
I was going to say the one taking the hits is Roscoe, but
I know.
Roscoe does know how to take a punch or several.
Several. Yeah, at least now he's got fortitude, but
ribcage, schmibcage. It's okay.
Yeah, exactly. So join us Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern for the next installment as we are steamrolling towards the end of season, y'all. And of course, we will be back here with more Hot Demon action at 8 p.m. Eastern on Tuesday for Season 2, Episode 9.
Hot demon action.
Mm-hmm. Hot demon action.
I have a feeling you're going to see a lot of demons next episode. You may see a lot of apocalyptic forms. Because if you're going to go through a portal, you might as well step in the portal in all your fucking glory.
Fuck yeah.
Hey, it's away from society. What better excuse?
Yeah. Well, and everyone there is not a disbeliever.
Right.
Everyone in that compound are people who believe, so none of them will be
none of them are
pushing
gonna have
against your powers.
Revelation. Yeah.
Well, they'll have revelation.
Yeah, but it's not going to push against our powers.
Right. It's not going to interrupt your powers. This is
Now I
going
just
to be.
imagine the Monkees song "I'm a Believer" playing in the background while we're just going through.
And I've been banking some XP, so I might have something new to show off.
Yeah. Well, maybe we can't get the copyright to Monkees. I'm a Believer. Sorry, Dan. Sorry. Can't do it.
And then I saw her face.
No, but we don't want to get a copyright claim for that. Monkeys charge too much.
I know.
I mean, I already ruined it at the start of this episode.
Yeah, I know.
Fucking Joni Mitchell. I love that song.
So,
My favorite.
Again, everybody, I thank you for coming. And as always, as we end these streams, mental health, everybody, we're big on mental health awareness. Mental health, it's not a joke. It's not a laughing matter. Please take the mental health of those around you seriously. Check in on friends, family, loved ones. Fuck it. Check in on people you barely even like. Make sure they're okay. Because a lot of people aren't. And it's a friendly voice, somebody reaching out. That's all it takes to show people that someone cares. And if you suffer from mental health issues like many of us do, myself included, it's okay to not be okay. That's the first thing. Don't feel you have to suffer alone. Feel free to share it. Reach out to those around you. Talk to them. And if you don't feel you have somebody like that in your life, because I know a lot of people don't, in chat is a list of numbers you can call or text 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, so that you can get help that you need from professionals without judgment, because mental health is health. It's very important. I don't say that lightly. It's a very serious subject to us here. So please do that. And I can turn it over to my wife for her final portions of the outro.
Hey, y'all. Just like Virginia, I am a registered nurse. Timber Brad here is also a registered nurse. And we're going to tell you.
Get your goddamn shots.
Please, please, please. It's ridiculous how many illnesses we had pretty much eradicated are on the comeback. And not to mention, even though the GOP House is trying to say that COVID is over, it's not over. It's still killing people. So please get your shots. Flu is ridiculous this year, so please get your shots. Yeah. And fuck the fascists. Fuck the GOP. Fuck Russia. Fuck not Russian people, but the fucking Russian oligarchs and goddamn Putin. Literally fuck the Iranian government. And I'm sorry, but I'm just going to say this because so much bullshit is going on around our country here in America. Trans men are men. Trans women are women. Non-binary are valid. And literally, I have never heard of any of those being predators of children. I've heard predators of children in churches, Southern Baptist Convention and the Catholics, and in government positions, positions of power. And they're usually white men. Also, we have had so many mass shootings in our country this first month of 2023 that it's absolutely abhorrent.
First month in the last 10 days.
The first month we've had too many. And you know what? The problem, y'all can say, oh, it's not guns killing people, it's people. Yeah, that's right. It's white men fucking killing people. For the vast majority. 2 were Asian over in California.
People with guns killing people.
No, it's mostly white men because they don't know how to deal with their fucking emotions.
Well, and the problem's the guns. Sorry. The problem is the guns.
But don't let them have easy access. Fucking Ron Devil Santis in fucking Florida saying he's trying to get rid of the fucking permit for concealed carry. It's already the Wild West down there. What the fuck? Sorry, I'll get off my soapbox, but love y'all. Please be safe. Please be careful and fucking treat people with kindness.
And remember, everybody, Social Security It's not a handout. You
It's not
paid into it your whole
entitlement.
life.
You paid into it.
You and your employer have paid into it for every time you've worked. Don't let them take that away from you. You've paid for it already.
Same for Medicare. You pay
Yep.
taxes for those too.
Yep. So good night, everybody. We'll
Good night.
see you next time.